Alright, everyone, welcome back again to another video, and in today's video we're doing something really interesting. Now, if you actually do a general search online, you realize that a lot of people say that it is not possible to actually put gerbils together with other animals. Now, but one of the things that I was actually trying to figure out was that, is that really true? And I was thinking about this. It's like, why is it the gerbils? Okay, the question is this: why is it the gerbils do not attack human beings, yet they attack other animals if you place them together? Alright, so I was trying to figure that out, and I realized one thing. The main difference is that as human beings, we know how to relate to them, we know how to respond to them, right? So if you actually gone through the very basic training for how to deal with gerbils, you realize that one of the ways to tell a gerbil not to bite you or anything is just to push it back on the nose and say no, okay? And you realize I actually spend a lot of time with my gerbils, approximately about 6 hours every day. And you realize that the way they communicate with each other is really to do the same thing, okay? If they don't like it, they push you back. And maybe sometimes they nibble back on you. And they kind of like kick you away or push you away or run off. But that is in general, okay? That is in general what they are actually doing. And so what I was trying to do down here is really to figure out whether it's true that gerbils cannot be placed with other animals. But in my experiment, you can see down here that one of my gerbils is actually living with two guinea pigs. Actually, three of them are living two guinea pigs, and I called it a wombat. Okay, sorry. Let me allow me to just silence the phone. Now, okay, so I call this wombat. I actually got these two because they look really much like a wombat, but in actual fact, they're really guinea pigs. Okay, and you can see that they're actually living in harmony together. And in fact, I managed to train the animals in this very small compound. No, anyway, relax, okay? It's not that I'm overcrowding them or anything, but I just wanted to do an experiment to see whether it is true that they can be paired or cannot be paired together. And you can see down here that they're living in harmony. That's the first thing. Second thing, okay, I actually separate the food. So the guinea pig food is here, and the gerbil food is here. And the whole idea behind this is that I wanted to find out whether it's possible for the guinea pig and the gerbil not to share their same eating place. It is in, they will know exactly where they have to eat their food and everything, okay? And you know what? I realized that it is possible. Now, the way to do this is really to be able to translate your information to each of the animals in the way that they both understand, okay? Meaning that the thing is this, gerbils relate in such a way they are quite territorial, right? And guinea pigs are a little more shy. So what you want to do is to translate to the gerbils. Now, when you put new gerbils together, what they try to do, even if you're a human being, what they try to do is they try to nibble you to make friends, right? But and human beings, what we do when we're being nibbled is that we actually push them back and say no, okay? And the thing about this is guinea pigs can't do that. So what you have to do when I pair these together is actually I form as like the parent of the guinea pig, or the center person, to be able to tell the gerbil no, and I push it back, okay? And after a long time, sorry, actually not long time, I took about like 10-15 minutes, okay? And I translated that constantly. And after that, the gerbils and guinea pigs just managed to be able to live together, okay, in harmony. And of course, once in a while, after the 10-15 minutes time frame, they will go back to trying to see who is this person with them and everything. They try to nibble, and what you have to do is the guinea pig actually makes a noise, whether it's this unhappy or anything. So you just go there and then you tell it the same thing, say no, and you push it back. Now the thing is so that is one of the thing, okay? And then as for territory fighting, now the thing is you notice one thing: the food is here, okay, but the water is all the way at the guinea pig side. Now why did I do it this way? Because the guinea pig is the more vulnerable in this situation. So I'm trying to bring across the message that if you want the water, if the gerbils want the water, they have to live in harmony with the guinea pigs. Otherwise, they'll not be able to access the water, right? And because gerbils understand about territories, they also understand that this animal, they may not know what this animal is, but they know that this animal may have certain territorial rights too. So having known that, they have no choice but to make friends with the guinea pigs to be able to access the water. Alright, and another thing is that when I take them out to play, I put the guinea pigs back in first before I put the gerbils in. And this proved to be really good because it tells the gerbils that, this place may not be their territory and that they're actually sharing place with some other animals, not just themselves. Okay, so that's pretty much what I actually tested out. and it works. So this is a live example, because if you go online, you see that some people are making a speculation, they're guessing probably it works or not, and some people say no, you better not try it and everything, but it is possible. The idea here is to be able to translate as a parent to the gerbil and the guinea pig about living together. Now, as for the food wise, you notice that why don't they eat each other's food? At the start, yes, they do. Okay, especially the gerbils. They are really a greedy lot. So what happens is that when you put in the food for the guinea pig, they rush for the food for the guinea pig and they want to try it too. But the way to actually solve this problem is to constantly, if they go for the food, just push them back and say no. And similarly for the guinea pig, if they run to the gerbil's food, I actually carry them back and put them back to their food. And that, after some time, they actually get the idea. And then they go to the right places to eat their food. So that is the main idea. But before that, they were actually trying to take each other's food. Okay. So other than that, I think pretty much everything is the same. I allow them sometimes to have a little bit of experiment. Now, the reason why I allow them to have an experiment with each other is because although being a parent, you manage to put them together, they still want to fight for this thing called dominance within the area. Okay, so the idea here is not to let them fight for dominance so that they think that they're the leader, but to help them to understand that we are all living under equal ground. Okay, and by doing that, what you have seen is that I have actually placed the food bowl on opposite sides. Okay, and also the water on on one side, on the vulnerable side. Okay, so I've done it in such a way to help the gerbils know that you are you're the more domineering one, but I'm not going to let you dominate across and upon these two. At the same time, I also make sure that the guinea pigs are well fed and they have everything they need to be able to live in this area, and so they are all happy together. Okay, so from the sounds and the actions they make, I can tell they're still happy, and that's good. And I'm going to constantly observe them, but they have already been in the tank like that for more than a week. Okay, so thank you very much for viewing this, and I think this is really educational for us, and I hope that this can benefit all of us as we watch this video. Now, however, if you're not too certain of the characteristics of the gerbils, okay, because I realize that most people aren't that certain. The reason why I'm very certain about their characteristic is because I've been observing them constantly for hours, every day. And I have been able to pair gerbils together. Some people take about 2 weeks, right? Or even a few days. I've been able to pair them up in about 5 to 10 minutes. But it's really being able to understand their way of thinking and everything. So if you're not too confident, please don't do it. Because I can tell you and I assure you one thing. The gerbils are going to bite your guinea pigs. And your guinea pigs are going to bleed. Okay? So I have noticed that actually within the first few minutes that I put them in, I noticed that kind of aggressive behavior. So I had to pull them out before they became aggressive. Thank you very much for viewing this video, and I hope that this has been really educational to all of us. Thank you.